Match reaction as Southampton win in the Sky Bet Championship this evening. The Saints win just their third championship game, and it's November. Life after Will Steele started with a victory this evening. I'm going to break it all down and give you all my thoughts to tonight's win. And let's be totally honest, let's be totally frank, it was a terrible game. It was absolutely awful. But sometimes you need a hard-fought win. You need to dig results out when the going gets tough, and that is exactly what the Saints did tonight. Did I see a massive improvement from the game at the weekend? Yeah, I did. I saw an improvement. I wouldn't say it was a massive improvement, but a little bit more togetherness tonight than what I saw at the weekend. A little bit more fight, a bit more determination. Certainly as the game went and the game got deep. And let's be honest, QPR just kept putting pressure on us. There was balls in the box. Didn't help by our terrible quality on the ball and giving the ball away. We constantly give the ball away late in the game. And it invited so much pressure onto ourselves, which didn't help. But we defended it well. And I did call in my prediction for the match lineup. I did in the preview show. I did my predicted lineup for the game, and I pretty much got it spot on, other than the goalkeeper. I got 10 of the 11 correct. And it was always going to be a difficult one with a new manager in charge. Tonda Eckert took the game tonight, and he's also going to take the game on Saturday by the looks of things as well. It was always going to be hard to predict it, but I thought Jay Robinson would come back in. Why he's not started in recent weeks, I find it a little bit hard to believe, because he was so good at the start of the season, and every time he's come off the bench, he looks a class above a lot of players. He was always going to start tonight, in my opinion. I thought he was really good. Scores the first goal, and he takes it really, really well. And I was really pleased for him, because I think he's a superb player. Jack Stephens is taking flack, and I'm going to read out a couple of quotes, actually, and Alfie House won't mind me sharing it. I popped it up on your screen. Alfie House was speaking in the press conference today. He's tweeted these, so they're out in the public domain. He said he spoke to Jack Stephens, and he said he had absolutely nothing to do with the manager rift report. I'm open to criticism and opinions of me on the pitch, but when people question my character, that really hurts, because it's so far away from the truth. And do you know what? I absolutely believe what he said there, Jack Stephens, because I think he is a man of his word, actually. Look, sometimes he's not seen as the best player on the pitch, but tonight, I'm not convinced we get that over the line without him being around and that bit of leadership. He's not like he's playing in midfield. He's been brought in midfield. He's playing centre-back, but he's no nonsense. And you could have had Joshua Kwasi in there tonight. You could have had a Ronnie Edwards in there. And I think they may have collapsed. But the fact you had Jack in there tonight, I think it made a big difference. And I think going forward, with Jack and Oreo in the team, will make a difference. Get to January, you can then look to bring in your centre forward, and you're starting to toughen up your spine of your team, because that's where we're weak at this moment in time. But that's the quote that he gave to Alfie House. And he also did go on to say, I've popped it back on your screen, he added, we had a great relationship when he was speaking about himself and Will Steele. He said, we had a good relationship, absolutely no issues, and hopefully that can squash those horrible rumours, because it's never nice when it's said about you, and hopefully we can put that nonsense to bed. He says he has a good relationship with him and still does. And classy stuff from the captain, and absolutely right. He also went on to speak about Oreo Romeo, who looks like he's going to be announced tomorrow, Thursday. I'm delighted he's back. Fantastic footballer, fantastic person, and an incredible addition to the group. He's going to bring everything that we want, and he will be a brilliant part of the group. And he also said he was absolutely delighted to see him when he arrived on Monday morning at the training ground. And I think it is an absolute masterstroke getting Oreo Romeo back in. He is going to be so important. Right. Game stats. So, look, the game stats don't look great when I've popped it on your screen. There it is. These are the headline top stats, by the way. So, expected goals, QPR 1.68. Saints just 0.68. But the two shots on target, we scored. Absolutely superb. 61% possession to Queen's Park Rangers compared to our 39% in the overall. First half, Saints just about edged it. Total shots from QPR. The most alarming thing out of all the stats is 20 shots at goal. Only 9 from ourselves. 5 of theirs on target. 2 of ours. But like I said, we scored those 2, didn't we? Big chances, 2 for Queen's Park Rangers, just the 1 for the Saints. 12 corner kicks compared to our 1. They dominated the late proceedings of the game, Queen's Park Rangers. But credit where credit's due. We dug in deep when we needed to at the times we needed to, and we got the result over the line, and that is the most important thing. And it could be that catalyst just to kick us on. A friend of mine said that in the watch along earlier. It could be that catalyst that kicks you on going into the weekend. And there's no doubt in football, you cannot buy that winning feeling, because if you could bottle it up and sell it, you'd be a very, very rich person. You can't buy confidence. And look, this team has been struggling. It had lost its previous 3 Sky Bet Championship League games, and morale was on the floor. It looks like he did lose the dressing room. I think just from some of the performances tonight, you're looking at it thinking, were they playing for him as much as they played tonight? I would beg to differ slightly. I think they probably give a little bit more tonight. Tonda Eckert, I thought, interviewed really well tonight. He said his job is to prepare the team for today and now Saturday. That is it, were his words. And to be fair, I'm not being nasty. I hope that is it. I have to be honest. Fair play for getting us through tonight. Difficult moment. He's got some great talent to work with, but we need a leader of men to come in and take charge of this football club. I've got to touch upon my man of the match, our man of the match. Look, QPR had some standout performers. We'll come on to that in a minute, but we have to talk about Leo Scienza and that goal that he scored. That is without doubt a shout for goal of the season. It is a wonderful, wonderful goal. I thought he took it absolutely fantastically well. A brilliant, brilliant strike. And the fact that he's ran pretty much from our own half and travelled with it, and he's not like he smashed it. He's literally placed it. Just the finish, the technique was brilliant. And you've got to say that he is going to go on and become a really good player. He's going to be a very, very big asset for this football club, and he is going to be worth a lot more than we paid for him. So for me, Leo Scienza tonight was absolutely brilliant. Both Yander and Downs got booked in midfield. Thank God Oreo's coming in. Those two together, too lightweight. But Downs had a better performance than what I've seen of him in recent weeks. I still think we have to get Fellows playing as a winger, not as a hybrid wing-back, whatever we're trying to do. It's absolute nonsense and doesn't work. Nathan Wood's out of form at this moment in time, and you could see that a bit tonight. He got booked. Harwood Bellis, that back pass to Gavin Bazunu, it just literally went out of play. He's having a bit of a tough moment. Again, another player that really needs confidence, and somebody that walks around that looks like he's a very confident human, but doesn't show it when he's playing football at all. Finn Azaz come on for Jay Robinson, really struggling for any real quality from him at the moment. Some of his crossing, just like not the player that I expected when we signed him. Damien Downs got a lot longer tonight, which was interesting. He come on in the 66th minute, whether Johannes Spors is hoping to see him play a little bit more in the team. He probably, I think with the lack of options, I'm not saying that Spors is picking the team, I'm just saying he's the player he brought in. He's going to want to be proved wrong because everyone's saying so much negativity around him. Still think he's not what we need. I still think he's way short of being anywhere near good enough at this moment in time. Joe Aribo comes on, looks absolutely short of fitness at the moment. Going to struggle to get him up to speed. I think Oreo will be in a far better place than Joe Aribo is right now. So I see his days a little bit numbered in and around this squad. Ryan Fraser, I think he's still missing with injury at this moment in time. He wasn't in the squad tonight. But I think overall, to get it over the line tonight was really, really important. But when you look at players that play well tonight, and if you're going to pull out a man of the match in the overall game, I thought Dembele, when he come on for Queen's Park Rangers, was really, really good. I thought it was such a handful on that right-hand side. It caused us so many issues at times. And, yeah, he's going to go on and play for a top club. There is, no shadow of a doubt. He's a great player. Ilya Sher, I didn't realise he was still at Queen's Park Rangers tonight. I thought that they looked like a side that's going to really scrap at the bottom end of the table. And let's be honest, Saints should be hammering teams like this, beating a team that I've only just stayed up last year. Yeah, they've got some good players, but really and truly, we have to go there and win games like this tonight. Certainly when we come down with the parachute payments and the money and the players we got at our disposal, I thought the performance was just, we were poor and we give the ball away a lot, and we do. There's a lot to be worked on. We need a coach that's going to really galvanise it, but not just galvanise it, try and bring some quality out of the group, try and find a system that's going to work, try and get players in their preferred positions. Round pegs in round holes, that's that old saying. You want to see that once again. They have to start setting up the team to get the best out of the personnel. But when you change manager, it's always difficult because some players just might not work for that manager. But there's no doubt there's talent there. They just look like, when you see what you've got on paper and you see what they're dishing up, it's just like a million miles away from what you expect it to be. Give me all your thoughts. Give me all your reaction in the comments box below. Your thoughts on tonight's victory against Queen's Park Rangers in the comments box below. And we now work and build towards Sheffield Wednesday, which is on Saturday at St Mary's Stadium. 3 p.m. kickoff. We will be building up to that here on the Football Martin channel. Sheffield Wednesday preview will be out Friday. I will look to sit down with a Sheffield Wednesday podcaster in the next 48 hours or so to get the inside scoop on all things Sheffield Wednesday. Yes, they're going through a difficult period, but a good result for them tonight. They picked up a point against Norwich at home. I don't think it'll be an easy game, but absolutely a game that we need to build momentum. 6 points in the two games is what I thought we'd probably potentially go and get, and I think we're still more than on course to do that. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, and I'll see you again soon.